Hello friends, this is Yana Smakula. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited to introduce you to my second collection of Glimmer Hot Plates with Spellbinders called Yana's Christmas Foiled Basics. This collection was designed on the success of my first collection, Foiled Basics, and many items in this new line have a very similar look and feel to them, but with a holiday twist. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays, and Christmas cards by far are my favorite to make. So I couldn't resist the opportunity to design several Christmas glimmer plates to create elegant foiled Christmas cards. In this video, I will show you each of the products in detail. I'll show you how to use some of the products, especially if there's a trick involved, and I will provide various examples of how the glimmer plates can be used for your holiday card making. A quick note, all of these are hot foil plates, meaning they require a hot foil system to use them. It can be a Glimmer Hot Foil system from Spellbinders or another hot foil system. These products are not dies. They will not cut the designs out. They will stamp the designs, but will stamp them with foil. This is a small collection and it includes 6 glimmer plate sets. Let's start with a must-have set from this collection, a set of sentiments. There are 5 main sentiments in this set, and each comes with a coordinating die. The sentiments read Happy Holidays, Season's Greetings, Merry and Bright, Joy to the World, and Merry Christmas. There are also additional skinny strip sentiments to help you create customized messages for your projects. These skinny strip sentiments read Wishing You, Silent Night, Holy Night, All is Calm, All is Bright. There's also a plate that says From, and it can be paired with All of Us. And notice how the From plate has little extenders and the All of Us plate has little notches. These are there to help you align these plates so that everything is centered. You can also pair From plate with one other plate that reads Our Home to Yours. And you'll see another glimmer plate in this video, at the end of this video, with beautiful houses. So this is what this glimmer plate is for. You also have numbers, and these will help you create the date or the year on your projects. You have one plate that says 20, and then individual plates from 1 to 0 to create any date you need. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and so on. And these also have little notches to help you align the plates. Let's take a look at how these look when foiled. These are some of my very early examples. I think this is when I first tested and foiled these plates, and you can see how pretty they look. The size of these is nice and small, perfect to create an accent on a card. When you combine the main sentiment with these sub-sentiments, you can have quite a large size sentiment for your card, like this one here. I foiled Wishing You Happy Holidays from All of Us, and then I used the geometric frame from Spellbinders to foil a frame around the message. These sentiments are done in the exact same style, font, and also the exact same size as the sentiments in my first Foiled Basics collection. The next 2 sets are Christmas Organic Foliage and Christmas Foliage Circle Border. The Christmas Organic Foliage is exactly what it sounds like. It is a set of foliage to dress up your cards. There is a larger size foliage. There are 10 pieces, including 2 poinsettias. These are great to add as accents to your frames, to your backgrounds, and to your sentiments. You can foil these on white or colored cardstock. You can use colored foil or even color those in using watercolors or markers. The other set, the Christmas Foliage Circle Border, also includes several foliage pieces, but they are much smaller in size. So these 2 sets are great to combine together to make wreaths for your Christmas cards or again to use as accents and embellishments. There is also, of course, a piece to build a wreath in the Christmas foliage circle border set. And the concept is the same as in my previous foliage circle border collection or set. You foil the foliage 3 times to create a full circle wreath for your card. So the same concept as here, but the design of the foliage lends itself towards Christmas, and the circle plate also has a different detail to it. It is one solid line, so these can be interchangeable. Now, the foliage piece that makes the wreath can be used to make other shape wreath, not just a circle wreath. Here's one that has an oval shape. Here I foiled the wreath 4 times to create this shape, and the idea was to use a geometric frame with a foiled sentiment on top, like so. This set is quite versatile, and it was designed to let you have the creative freedom to do what you like. Here's a quick tutorial that will show you how to foil a different shape wreath for your card using the solid foliage pieces from the Christmas Circle Foliage Border set. I started by foiling a geometric frame on a piece of red cardstock, and this is Rich Coral from Fun Stamper's Journey. The frame will be my guide. Next, I used that foil frame as a guide and placed the foliage to foil it 4 times to make a wreath. I used my hinge method whenever placing the plate and foiling to make sure it would foil exactly where I placed it. And here's a look at this piece. It certainly isn't perfect, but if you place a frame over it, the imperfections won't be visible. I actually went ahead and foiled another frame with a sentiment on a piece of white cardstock, and you can see once again how I taped everything in place and even added little foliage pieces to the corners of the paper to maximize the use of the space that I had. Once my frame and sentiment were foiled, I used my scissors and carefully cut the frame out to be used over my oval-shaped wreath. Sadly, there isn't a coordinating die for this frame, but at the same time, the frame isn't a hard one to cut out. You just need to make sure you have good scissors for the job. I also later foiled from All of Us using the same gold foil to complete the sentiment. I used red ink, this is Hero Art's Royal Red, to add dark red ink blending around the edges of the panel to darken it up and help direct the eye of the viewer to the center of the card. I actually never finished this particular card, but I still wanted to share it with you to show you a different way this product can be used. The next plate in this collection is a gift border. It is a fun one because you can use it all year round, not just for Christmas. You can also use it for birthday cards. The plate I have does include some Christmassy designs. It was an early prototype, but it was later changed, and it absolutely works all year round. You foil it twice to cover a full background for your card. This light teal panel is 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches, so an A2 size, and you can see the size of the background you can make with this border plate. Okay, the next one is called Christmas Foliage Background, and it is probably my favorite plate from the whole collection. It does look weird because it is a half plate. It is not a full plate for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is to minimize the cost of the plate so that it is more affordable. And reason number 2, to allow you to have better foiled results. It is designed to be used on an A2 card, and you just need to foil it twice and you'll have a full card background. The space in the center is reserved for a sentiment. You can add a foiled and die-cut circle if you like, add a sentiment, and you have yourself a pretty card. Or you can skip a circle and just add a sentiment, perhaps add some foliage pieces, and you have a gorgeous foiled Christmas card in no time. Let's take a look at how to use the Christmas foliage background plate. You need to cut your paper to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches and position the plate, leaving an equally spaced border on all 3 sides. Tape the plate in place using my hinge method and low-tech tape and add foil. This is what the first half of the background looks like. Remove the plate from the background and reposition on the other half of the paper, trying to have the same spacing on all 3 sides. Again, use washi tape and my hinge method to secure the plate in place. Flip it away, add a fresh piece of foil. I'm using gold foil here and Hero Art's palm cardstock. Flip the plate back in place and use another piece of low-tack tape to secure it. Bring your Glimmer Hot Foil system and place the panel on the plate sideways like so. This will ensure the best foil transfer. Foil your Glimmer Hot Foil machine instructions and foil away. Here's a look at this background. It foiled perfectly and looks absolutely beautiful. Green and gold make such a stunning color combination for Christmas. Now let's turn this background into a card. I want to foil a sentiment in the circle opening in the center. To do that, I'm using a ruler to help me align the top glimmer plate that says "Wishing You." I have a piece of washi tape ready to tack the plate in place so that it foils exactly where I've positioned it. I'm going to slide a piece of the same gold foil under the plate and then secure the plate with another piece of washi tape so that everything stays put. I'm also doing the same thing to attach the bottom part of the sentiment that reads "From All of Us." I've already taped the two plates together, the plate that reads "From" and the plate that reads "All of Us." And again, I taped it all in place using washi tape. I foiled it in my Glimmer Hot Foil machine, and let's take a look at the result. I love how it turned out. Very pretty and perfectly positioned inside my circle. I also added a foiled Happy Holidays sentiment. I foiled it in the same gold foil but on white cardstock this time and cut it out using a coordinating die. I also die cut 4 additional white cardstock layers to stack together and create dimension for my sentiment. I love the solid layer of dimension this creates, and I prefer this method to using foam adhesive. I stacked the 4 layers together, then added my top layer with a foiled sentiment and adhered everything onto the background using glue. I adhered my foiled panel onto the green card base, and look how pretty this turned out. Almost a 1-layer foiled Christmas card. Now, if you don't feel comfortable foiling the sentiment directly on the background, or if you mess it up like I did here, you can foil your sentiment on another piece of cardstock. I die cut a circle, I foiled my sentiment on that circle, and you can see it actually overfoiled a bit, so I'm now using my sand eraser to clean up the overfoiling, and I'm going to add my main sentiment onto that circle panel. It reads "Season's Greetings." With all of that done, I popped the die cut circle onto the background and then gave me a slightly different look Christmas card. I used the same supplies here, but went with a rose gold foil color instead. And here are the 2 cards side by side. Last but not least is the Glimmer Winter Village set. Again, one of my favorites. There are 3 plates in this set. These do not have coordinating dies, so just the plates. You have 2 plates with pretty winter houses and also 1 plate with a falling snow. You can foil the snow plate repeatedly to create as much or as little snow in your card. Add a sentiment and you have a gorgeous foiled card. Here are some examples where I foiled these on colored cardstock. I love these simple foiled ideas, very easy to make, and they really add a lot of wow to a card. Let's take a look at the Glimmer Winter Village set in action. You can use the entire border of houses, or you can die cut just one of the houses out, as I did here. I die cut a circle with the main house and added Joy to the World sentiment under it. I also already foiled a background using the Christmas foliage border and prism foil on tin pail cardstock from Fun Stamper's Journey. And now I'm adding the double-sided foam tape to the back of my circle and foam mounting it onto the background. The house and the sentiment were both foiled using the Sky Bright foil on the same tin pail cardstock. Here's a look at all of the cards I made using my Christmas Foiled Basics collection. Here I foiled the Christmas Village houses and snow on ombre patterned paper from my stash. I added a foiled Happy Holidays sentiment and some falling snow along with additional foiled foliage pieces and embellished the card with fashion gold dots from Fun Stamper's Journey. This next card has a lot of drama as it created a nighttime holiday card by foiling the village on black and added a lot of falling snow. I combined rose gold and gold foils for this card. And here's the last one I have for you with a Glimmer Winter Village set and that beautiful foliage in the background. I love the colors on this card and the way these foils sparkle and shine in the light. These next two cards show you how to combine the sentiments and use coordinating dies to cut them out and pop them up. The Christmas Foliage Circle Border set also deserves some attention, and here I have a gorgeous Christmas wreath card made with its help. I also foiled the wreath 3 times in gold on light gray and added additionally foiled and die-cut elements that were foiled in red on white cardstock. This is the same concept here, but done in rose gold and red on black for a lot of drama and contrast. Now this card showcases a Glimmer gift border plate and Christmas foliage. I actually colored some of the foliage using Copic markers, and of course, I added a custom-made sentiment. And last but not least is a square card with a square wreath to give you more ideas on how to use your circle foliage border set. This one was foiled 4 times to create a square-looking wreath. And then I added Nuvo drops in red to create berries on this design. The main sentiment panel was foiled and cut out using the Glimmer Square Essentials set, and I also added foiled foliage around it for some extra wow. So these are all of the products in my Yana's Christmas Foiled Basics collection with Spellbinders. I hope you will enjoy using these plates in your card making and you'll have as much foiling with them as I do. I hope you have found this video to be useful. I cannot wait to see what you will create with these plates. If you happen to make something, please share online and tag me. I would love to see what you guys are making. If you're new here, do subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified about every new upload. Love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.